Hey, welcome everyone. It's Rick. I went to the music store today to find out about a microphone I could hook up to the iPad because someone said they couldn't hear me very well, which is true because the mic is over here on the iPad and I stand way over here. So they do make this interface where I'll be able to plug into the iPad into an interface and then plug the mic into the interface and then maybe put the mic up here. So, but they didn't have any in stock. So that's that. So right now, this is acrylic. Let's sketch a landscape here. I got a guitar down here in the way. I also had to buy some guitar strings while I was there. Uh, my guitar strings are getting pretty bad. I'm not going to put a horizon line because I know I want to have some hills back here. Mix burnt umber and some black together. This acrylic paint, you can use any brand you want, okay? It's all good. I've used the cheapest acrylic paint you can buy. It still works, okay, for this technique. You could either use a knife to sketch this in or a brush. You could use a fan brush or a regular brush, whatever you feel comfortable. And we're gonna design a landscape. I like using a knife because it looks more like a sketch. See, I'm gonna make some hills back here, kind of with this knife. See, you can put shadows in there. Look at that. Let's draw a few hills back here. Maybe that's enough for back there. Okay. I'll have a nice, cool sky in here. Maybe the clouds are going to kind of go up like this. Just like that. Maybe we could put a sun setting in here, you know. But I got this idea. I'm going to have some hills like come from here down in the middle on either side. Draw some of these hills back this way. And I want to have some kind of like a valley in here. We'll sneak around. Now what I want to have is I want to have some more. I want to have these trees coming here, kind of going off into the distance here on either side. These will probably end up being tree tops. Treetops getting smaller, going way back there. And look at all this landscape. Now I want to design, believe it or not, I'm going to design a river coming from way back there. This is where maybe a brush would be better, but we'll put the edge of a river here. this will be water right down through here with some land here. These are going to be trees. It's kind of a rough sketch, but I kind of like it. Let me see if I could take a brush and we can kind of fix it up a little bit with the brush. So we'll have some trees coming here. These will be trees going way off into the distance there. Trees. And this is the edge of the river here. I think you can see it all right. This is just going to be a hill here, coming down, a hill here, and trees. Going off into the distance here. All right, I think you can see that pretty good. Let me see how long that took. Oh, my camera's moving on me. There we go. Yeah, I think you could see that all right. I'll start with the blue today so I can get the river in. I'm just going to use blue, yellow, and red again. And I'll mix my own colors. Okay. Little Mars black. I use Mars black. I don't use ivory black. There's the colors I'm using. Ultramarine blue, cat yellow, and Algerian crimson. Okay, black and white. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all the color in first and then we'll start painting. So I'm going to mix some color for the sky and the water right now. Take a little bit of blue, just a little bit down here. Grab some white, mix those two. Very good. I'm going to put the water in first so you can see the river, okay? Got about an hour and a half. That's why I'm going to rush on this. There's my river. Let me put the sky in now. Just a blue sky. Maybe blue right here in the middle. And I'll put some color around it. This is ultramarine blue. It's a titanium white. It's a cool sky. I want it kind of streaking up that way. Very good. I'm going to make some gray for the mountains now. A little white and black on that blue. Make like a bluish gray for those distant hills. Just a little gray. I'm just using a filbert brush, number 8, just to get all this, my main color down first. I'm going to put all the color down first, and then I'll start designing some cool stuff. For down here, I'm going to mix a little blue here with some yellow. Get a light green and then put some gray in it. More gray and a little white. And that's going to be the bottom of my hills here, like a greenish gray. You can blend it back up into the hills if you want a little bit. Just like that. take a little titanium white, and I want to separate these hills now. Put light on them. Just on the top edge. Titanium white. I'm going to let those dry a little bit, and then I'll blend it in a little bit. Put a little white down here. These are going to be a little darker green, so add some blue to that green and some yellow. This one we're going to make dark green. And this one I'm going to make light green. Just add, let's just add some white to that green. When I put green up on my canvas, I like to have a lot of different tones and values. I'm going to lighten this up right here, this green, because I know I'm going to have some treetops right in here. So I want to have the grass a little lighter right here. All right, there we go. Looking good. So around the water, these are going to be dark trees going back. Let's put some darker green around the river. So grab some more blue. I like working with green. Let's add some yellow in there. We want it to be a different type of green now. A little more blue. We'll start up here and make it dark green up here. Pull some of the green into the river to create the edge of the river. Just a little. Let's just block this in with green up to about here. I'm going to get lighter as we go back. I'm trying to hurry because I don't have much time. I'll bring this dark green about to the same distance under these trees. Let's lighten it up now, this section here. So all we got to do is either add yellow to it or white. Let's add white. So the next phase of this green is going to be lighter, right next to the river. probably have to rework the water, but I'm just trying to get the grass in right now. Very good. Let's run those trees back. I'm actually going to I'm going to use this burnt umber that I used to sketch the painting. And let me put the trees uh, in back here and bring them forward. Let's do this side first. That side's still a little wet. So I'm going to have some trees coming from way back there up to here. And let's just fill this, block this in with that burnt umber and black. What I'm going to do is pull some of the color out into the green here in a second. Trees going way off in the back. Put a little color on your brush now and just pull the bottom to the left. Just a little. It's going to create some kind of shadow in the grass. It also is going to create the bottom of this tree line. See that? All right, distant trees back here coming forward. Swooping them up like this. Let's fill this in. I'll make these tops look cool here in a second, but let's just block this color in with burnt umber, and it has a little black in it. This is the idea I came up with earlier. See how it comes down and then back up, and it makes it look like it's going way off into the distance. Doesn't that look cool? That's another thing I've never done that before. So at the bottom, pull some of that brown into the grass now. Just a little bit back here. You don't want to mess that green up back here. We want the green grass to stay. Just pull a little bit out. You can dig into those trees in different areas so you get a different tree line so it just doesn't look straight. Okay, look at that. Wow, I'm getting, my phone is buzzing. I gotta see who it is. I gotta open up the garage real quick. Alright, I'm back. Doesn't that look cool so far? Let's see who's on. Anybody on? 5 people on. Wow. Don't those trees look cool going back? Hey, hi guys. Yeah, I'm 25 minutes so far. I'm trying to hurry because I got to go to practice. And I don't want to leave a lot of it undone. Uh, like the one I did yesterday, I still had a lot to do on it. But this idea came from a little sketch I did earlier, just on a little piece of paper. And I kind of like it. So I'm going to fix the, I lost uh, some of the color on my river here, so I'm going to put it back in very carefully. I'm going to use white back here so it shows up better. Hope I'm not in the way. There we go. There's the river now. You can kind of see it. It's going way off, way back there. Doesn't that look cool? These trees going way off back. Now, I wasn't going to explain too much on here, but I didn't realize there was so many people watching. So I'm going to fill my brush up with that burnt umber and black, and you can come in here and make these trees any way you want now. You got to imagine this tree here in the front. So this one is going to kind of, let me get a little white on, just a touch of white on here, just a touch. And we're going to bring out this first tree because it's going to stand out in front of that one behind it. Just put a little bit of white on your brush. Let's do that on the next one. And then the next one. Just kind of get them separated. Don't use too much white though. Just enough to, so you can see how this tree is out in front and how they go back. Same thing over here. I'm just going to hit the top parts and get them separated. These are a little different. These are probably taller trees over here. See that? I could round these off a little bit better. And then down here you can also, you know, you could make some bushes down here. Later on. This white is not the finished product. It's just so I can show you how I separate. I probably round those off a little bigger because I like the way these look over here. It's looking pretty good. Let's put some trees on these hills back here. It's really going to make it pop. I'm going to add a little bit of a touch of white to the burnt umber. Just a touch. I got this much burnt umber left. I'm just adding a little white into it for these trees back here. It's not going to be this dark. So these trees back here, guess what? I'm just going to line the top first. Now we can create some hills in here by doing this. Put the trees like this. back on the hill. Then do some up here. Running back on the hill. Just like that. Now you gotta pull the bottom to the left. Just a little bit. Create some shadow. Those are distant trees, okay? You don't have to make them look too detailed. I kind of like the dark look. I like the dark look better for some reason. I know they're not supposed to be that dark, but very good. Let's go ahead and put let's put a hint of a few evergreen trees behind these big trees. Just a few hints of them here and there. Just a few. They can't say that looks like Bob Ross now because it's only at the tip. Let's put a few more. Let's put a couple on this side too. Just a few treetops. Just like that. You could do more down if you want. I'm not going to do it for the video. This is a pretty good one for anybody. I think this is really easy. Now you can put some big trees going up right here if you want. I got to go run and do a favor for somebody. I just got a text, so I got to leave, believe it or not. But let's put some water lines underneath the grass here so the river kind of looks kosher. Too bad. I wanted to finish this one, but I gotta leave. Anyway, you could put a big tall tree right here, real skinny, and maybe something coming off into this. I'll have to start it up again when I get back. I want to finish this one, so this will be part one. This will be part one. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Look at that. It's a nice, easy, but I think I can make it look cool with some larger trees in the foreground here. Okay, I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. I'll do a part two. All right, cheers.